Huge news today, guys. Just such a great day. The Community movie, finally! 6 seasons in a movie! Dawson's Rentals. Alright guys, hey YouTube. I was like 2 intros at once. But anyway, alright guys, hey YouTube, Face here. Today was the big Hasbro Pulse Con news, and we finally got more clear details about Cosmic Fury, so we can finally start talking about the potential rather than all of the Sentai stuff. I mean, I'm sure it'll still be involved in the discussion, but at least we have a clear direction now. There was also some Lightning Collection news, which I'll just kind of mention at the end, but it's kind of an afterthought to me compared to the bigger news. So, let's get to really the big stuff. Again, who's returning? We have Abed, we have Jeff, classic winger. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I already did this bit. So, for Cosmic Fury, we have confirmed the suits, as far as the Ranger suits, are going to be original modified Dino Fury suits, meaning they're not 100% new original suits. They are using the Dino Fury Ryusoulger suits as a basis, but they are building from there into a Season 3 version of the suits. As of this recording, we have one picture. More might come out after I upload this. I mean, it will, but I mean, there's a chance I could have like all the rest of the suits come out right after this uploads. But we have pictures of gold and green as of this recording. And then for the Zords, we are going to be adapting Sentai footage for the Zords, and the Zords are indeed going to be from Uchu Sentai Kyuranger, as well as some of the Monster of the Week footage. So it's a bit of all things, which I'll get to my thoughts in a minute. Also, in regards to other news from that, Lord Zed is seemingly going to be the main villain. I mean, we knew he was going to be in it, but they said that he'll be the main villain, and there's going to be some original villains created to be part of his posse, I guess. I don't know why I said posse, and I apologize for that. But in addition to, you know, adapting Kyuranger villains, Monster of the Week, I'm going to assume some of the bigger, like general villains might make an appearance, and they could even have them be more significant villains if they wanted. But it seems like we will be getting also some original villains to fight alongside Lord Zed, which is exciting. Always there for originality. But also, in even more huge news, we got confirmation that David Yost and Walter Jones are returning for the season. It seemed kind of unclear at first whether this was for a separate 30th anniversary thing or for Cosmic Fury, but I'm pretty sure it's for Cosmic Fury because they're in New Zealand. So I think it's going to kind of all in one, like, be the same thing. And that casting rumor about Yen could end up being true too, if you didn't know about that. Allegedly casting a character that would be Trini's daughter, or at least some sort of character that was said to be involved in an anniversary special. There's also these rumors going around that Steve Cardenas is going to be in it too. They didn't say anything in this, but he's posted some things on social media, and like the fandom investigators are bringing it up. So it's not impossible. I mean, it's the 30th anniversary, so it makes sense they'd get these guys back, not to mention, you know, with Zed being back, it kind of all makes sense if they were to get more people back than that. It's kind of like the, hey, who's not an embarrassment or in legal trouble club? No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually happy with the picks. If you guys know that, like, I'm kind of cameoed out, but it makes sense for the anniversary. I liked the idea of David Yost returning when the rumor came out before, because I think Billy deserves a little bit more spotlight. Like, even if we didn't have all the JDF fandom opinion drama or ASJ's legal troubles, I would be glad that we're getting different picks. Because not even in a, there's too much Tommy way, but just in a, we've done Tommy stuff, we've done Jason stuff. I mean, arguably he only had the one appearance, but still, I feel like those are the only 2 names that ever come up. Adam got a really cool appearance too. I wouldn't be mad at ever seeing him again. I mean, you know what I mean, like in PR. But it's nice to have some sort of picks that we haven't gotten before, and I think that's really cool. And I think it'll be interesting to see how they're brought in. Like, last we saw Billy, he was in space, so there's a lot of easy ways you could get him into the narrative, but I'm curious about Zack, because not a whole lot is done with him post-show universe PR, so I'm really interested to see how that comes about, and to see, like, are they only going to suit up as MMPR? Could there be any weight to that rumor that Billy could be Zenkaiser? Because, like, right now, like, this is all we know about Kyuranger and Dino Fury's suits. And I'm keeping my expectations low. In fact, like, this is, like, not like I think it's going to be bad, but there's all kinds of wild fan theories I could come up with and cool ideas, like Billy becomes Zenkaiser and he pilots the Dragonzord Kyuranger thing. Like, that'd be cool, but it might not happen, and I'm not going to be disappointed if it doesn't, but the show has surprised us a lot in recent years, and I think that there is certainly room for stuff to appear. Like, I'm sure there's going to be people upset that the Kyuranger suits aren't being used as far as we know. Again, we know they're not being used for the main Rangers, but I would not rule out the possibility, and not in the way that I'm making any sort of concrete prediction, but who knows? There's a lot of Kyuranger suits. Some of them could appear. Maybe they could say, like, the Zords you're using are from this ancient Ranger team, and we get a flashback of them. Like, so we don't know anything for sure. Again, I'm not making any sort of prediction. I just don't think it's wise to say anything's off the table. I guess my only prediction is to say that anything is possible, but I'm not expecting anything. And I'm happy with this direction. Like, the only reason I would have wanted Kyuranger is honestly for the figures. I'm kind of more of a champion of going in more original direction, and I personally really like this. As far as the suits go, like, they're not my favorite so far, but I dig what they're going for. Like, it's kind of like with the White Ranger Dino Fury suit at the end, which I imagine we might get a modified version of that. I like what they're going for, and I just prefer the originality, and suit design is subjective, and I would rather have something kind of original like this than just a Sentai adaptation, even if it would be cool to get Sentai figures for some of this stuff. Not to mention, one of my favorite things about the way the PR universe was built and about PR adapting Sentai is when it was kind of this more creative hodgepodge. Like, people are freaking out and acting like this is so weird that they're going to be piloting, like, non-Dino Zords, but Power Rangers was founded on the mmpr suits piloting the Thunder Zords and the Ninja Zords and the White Ranger existing alongside them. Like, to this day, the White Ranger suit still fits in my head with the mmpr suits better than the Die Ranger suits. Like, when I see it with the Die Ranger suits, I'm like, Barry, damn it, you changed the timeline again. So it's, like, founded on that stuff. And there also has been series where Rangers that are based off of a specific animal or theme have piloted Zords that do not correspond to their theme. They're usually secondary Zords and stuff, but it's not that weird. It's like one of those practices that's been common before that suddenly, like, people are freaking out about. Like when we gender bent the Green Ranger. Like, PR was not only founded on that, but we did it for a long time. We made a lot of male Yellow Rangers female to have more female characters. And then all of a sudden, it's a big deal that we're doing it now, even though it was the norm before. So I don't think it's that weird at all. And I kind of prefer it that way. I prefer something kind of unconventional to just a boring Sentai adaptation. And, you know, with it being the 30th anniversary and being a Dino theme and Lord Zed being there, it kind of feels right to have something that feels almost like an homage to that era. And if the rumors are true that it's the last season in the continuity, at least for now, or if anything to that degree, that's a cool way to end it, on a third Dino season with some homages to the way MMPR did it. I like that. Speaking of that, Simon Bennett also did say that he wanted to address rumors about the Toei split and saying that they still have a strong relationship with Toei, Hasbro, and that it will continue, which is true. I mean, I say this every time I bring this up, guys. It is still just a rumor about the Toei split, and we don't know anything for sure. But like, regardless of what happens, it's worth noting that even if Hasbro were to stop using new Sentai footage, they're always going to have a relationship. Power Rangers is tied to Toei. They're always going to get money from the partnership, from using, you know, the old likenesses of MMPR, for merchandising, for the comics, for anything. So, like, even if this is, let's just say, hypothetically, this is the last season or only the reboot, they're still going to be using old assets and stuff. They still might use other assets in the future. They could decide, hey, we want to put Kyuranger in a comic. So there always is going to be a partnership. I'm just saying, this is my prediction or thoughts. I don't think this means the reboot's going to have Sentai stuff in it. I think this could mean that maybe we might continue this show in regards to the kids show, but I'm just saying, people are automatically coming out there and being, like, toxic, like, oh, well, the rumors are wrong. No matter what happens, they're always going to have a relationship. That's just a fact. You know, they can't fully divorce themselves from Toei, even if they wanted to. So, yeah, I just feel like I'm not sure what's going to happen in regards to outside of reboot shows, in regards to this type of show, what we're getting right now. They very well could continue it. But I have a strong feeling that the reboot will not be using Sentai footage or adaption. I mean, that's what we've been told, and that's what the rumors have been. But it seems like it's more of a regular Netflix original rather than a kids department one. And I can't imagine a regular Netflix original using old and busted Sentai footage. That just does not compute to me. But I don't know. I thought that was worth noting. Something else I wanted to note before I finish up the bit of this news here is they did say it's going to be 10 episodes, and since it's a Netflix original, like a full Netflix original, it's going to debut globally on all of the Netflix, outlets at the same time. So we don't have to worry about international airings, because it's not going to be airing on Pop or all those other stations. It's just going to be airing on Netflix in the various markets. So we don't have to worry about international spoilers. Now, as of this recording, it seems like it's only going to be 10 episodes. I don't know for sure. It's possible that this they just meant like 10 episodes and then 10 episodes later, because regardless, I think in the future PR will drop in chunks like it has been, like when we get to the reboot and stuff. Like that's the way Netflix will behave with these types of shows and lots of other shows. I mean, Pokemon the series also debuts like that in chunks. So as of this recording, I'm going to say it's not impossible there could be a part 2, but right now we only know about 10 episodes. And I'll just say 10 episodes is a little small, but I'm fine with it. I've also been kind of outside the box where I don't think and don't want PR to have 40 plus episodes per season. I don't think they need it. Like the longer I've watched Sentai and Rider, the more I'm like, too many episodes almost. So many are a waste of time. We don't need that many, for me at least. So if it's only 10, I'm okay with it. Like, it would be great to get 20, but I'm not mad at 10. Like, I think that you can tell a good story in 10 to 13 episodes. So I'm personally not that upset with it. And if it is kind of this more unexpected extension of Cosmic Fury / anniversary season, like part team-up season with MMPR, it would make sense for it to almost be an event season, but we don't know right now for sure. Like, as of this recording, I haven't seen anyone come out and say there will not be a part 2, but I'm just reporting what we know. Anyway, also, they did announce some Lightning stuff that's going to go up later. One of the next waves has Beast Morphers Yellow, which they talked about at Power Rangers Day. The Coda figure, Dino Charge Blue. Putrid, kind of random. And also Izzy, the Green Dino Charge Ranger. So, you know, always looking forward to more Lightning Collection stuff, but that news just kind of fell by the wayside with all of the big stuff. So I'm still pretty excited. This is kind of mostly in line with what I wanted. I kind of, if it was up to me, I would go totally original and no more Sentai at all, but I'm happy with this because it kind of gives me nostalgic feelings of how MMPR started for the anniversary, and I kind of like that. And again, I'm digging the suit so far, and I'm curious to see some of the hybridized elements. I mean, yeah. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of all the announcements. As always, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you get notifications for all my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.